Why American wrestling? That's a good question. We were a band called the Railway Club about 10 years ago. And then one day Glenn texted me and said, shall we do an anniversary gig sort of thing? And I was like, yeah, why not? So me, him and Grant got together and we started practicing again. And it was going really well. And then we accidentally started writing some new songs and thinking about booking gigs again. But when we started listening to the new songs, it just didn't feel like the Railway Club anymore. Just felt like a new band. And I was coming home from practice one day on the Metro, and on my way home from the Metro station, I walked past a poster for some American wrestling, and the poster just looked absolutely perfect. So when I looked at it, I just thought, yeah, that is the band name. And I texted Grant and Glenn immediately and said, is it okay if we change the name of the band to American Wrestling? And luckily they said yes, because they both like American wrestling, so that helped. I think there's a big difference sort of instrumentally almost, even though it's still sort of the core of what we were doing before. So it's still drum, bass and guitar, but in the past we spent a lot of time thinking about the arrangements and sort of how different sounds might work. So it might be that if we were structuring a song, it might be like a case of, okay, well, this bit should be in glockenspiel bit, and then we'd have to make you do that. Whereas now it's like, if we've got a problem, we have to solve it with just what we've got. So there's no like extra sounds. So it's like a different challenge almost. It's deliberately more like the kind of music I normally listen to, like sort of Sonic Youth, Nirvana, Pixies, Breeders, R.E.M., American guitar bands from the late 80s/early 90s, really. Which the Railway Club had those influences, but that never really came out, I don't think. There was a lot of finger-picky guitar, no guitar solos, whereas now we have quite a few guitar solos. We have recorded a single called They Only Come Around When the Lights Are Low, and that's going to come out on Halloween because it's a spooky song. We played it tonight. I forgot most of the words, but it's a really good song. I think people are going to like it. I run Album Master Productions in South Shields, a recording studio, and I get bands from all around the Northeast, and rappers and singers and acoustic artists, anything you can possibly imagine, MCs, anything you could want pretty much comes into the studio and does some recording. So yeah, it's going really well. I think I'm quite lucky to be able to do it as a job, because I never really saw that coming. It was hard to set up and hard to sort of build up, but now it's there and it's going really well, so I can't really complain. It's nice when someone comes in and I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't seen you for a few months. Loads of good music.
God says we're going to chill out a bit, so this one's the chill out. Didn't know it then, didn't know you.
forgot how much I enjoy playing live. I think it's my favorite bit of what I do in music. So I love recording music, obviously. But actually playing your own songs out in front of people it's just a great feeling. And it never isn't a great feeling, unless it's a terrible gig. But we haven't had one of them yet, so it's fine. Everything is nice and simple now. Part of the reason we sort of came back as a three-piece was to try and keep it as simple as possible, so there's not much that can go wrong. And you can just turn up and have fun with your friends. And I like that. Seems like there's a lot more artists, which is good. I struggle to keep up with all the new artists, but there's so many bands and so many venues. I think 10 years ago was really great, but I sort of remember playing the same venues all the time over and over and over again to a certain extent. So we'd not that there's anything wrong with it, but we'd play the Head of Scene once a month or whatever. And then for a treat, we might play at the Clooney. And now there's so many, it feels like there's more venues and DIY venues and so many other things going on. It's just really exciting. So many different styles as well that were probably around ages ago, but I just wasn't aware of at all, like the rap scene and all the different folk artists and jazz artists that are around as well. And the nice crossovers between. This is really cool. Loads of good electronic stuff. Just exciting. Ask about the next gig. That would be good. Just to have another gig.
When's the next gig?
So our next gig is, at the moment, it's going to be on November the 1st at the Cumberland Arms in Newcastle to launch the single, They Only Come Around When I Like to Learn, that I mentioned earlier. We've only got one other band booked so far, which is Zilch Patrol, who are absolutely excellent. Possibly one of my favourite bands around. So that's going to be really good. And we will have another artist to announce when I decide who that is. But it should be good.
We're getting old. I'm nearly 40, I can't remember the words to the song, so.
Hopefully live music is just going to sort of keep building up with more venues and more artists, because, I don't know, I feel like music's, I say this a lot, probably on many other things, but I feel like music's something that everyone should be doing, not just watching or listening to. I honestly feel like everyone's got something in them that they might not go out and write the greatest song of all time or whatever, but everybody's got something to say and everybody's got their story to tell. So hopefully there's plenty of venues and plenty of people out there actually doing it, you know, and just forgetting about all the AI stuff. For us, hopefully in about 5 years we'll still be doing pretty much the same thing, but maybe we'll be on our 100th album, because we've already written the first one. So, I mean, to be fair, it's hard to find the time to record it, because even though I run the studio, I'm very busy, so it feels weird. So hopefully that'll be ready within the next 5 years in all these venues. We can play it in all these different venues that I've decided are going to prop up. That's the plan. I could ever retire. I have known people who have just completely given up and never done it again. But those people are still alive, so maybe they will get this. I don't think I could ever retire. Unless I'm really tired.
How tired are you, Alan?
I'm a bit wired from playing the gig, so I'll probably won't sleep.
Suppose I'll have to come and see you again.
Yes, please.